Thank you, Pat, and I think we are all excited about this next Packers season. So 5 years ago, Microsoft and the Packers united on a shared goal to drive economic opportunity here in the New North region. This next video showcases the power of place when two companies invest in ecosystem building that drives change.
About 100 years ago, Curly Lambeau started a football team. Since then, the town and the Packers have been woven together. The Packers have done great things for this community, and the community has supported the Packers. But as the 21st century evolved, it became clear that this area needed to upgrade to take advantage of the digital economy. So almost 100 years after the Packers were formed, they formed another partnership with Microsoft, Titletown Tech, which would help to ensure that new businesses would ride the wave of innovation for the next 50 years.
Titletown Tech is a venture capital fund and studio. We invest in startup companies, entrepreneurs, founders who are building what's next in industries core to this region. It takes a few to step forward and take the risk, some core names and institutions that really become the leaders that others will follow.
We're the only community-owned team in the NFL, the only team with a structure in all professional sports in the United States.
You've got Titletown Tech. Mm-hmm. Can other communities do similar kinds of things, and what would it take?
I think other communities across the country can, find those key companies or key people that can really get out and motivate people to make a difference. Our thought was investing in these brilliant startup companies would really be a way to bring a lot of really talented people into the community, and I think we've started to see that.
What do you think is necessary to create an ecosystem for startups and for innovation? What are the elements you need?
The elements you need to create an ecosystem for startup is really critical mass. You need enough startups bringing in enough talent and keeping enough talent in the area. You need local funding. You can't have everyone running to the coasts to go raise money and then moving out there.
So Matt, you're here as the technologist in residence from Microsoft. How do you find potential prospects, or how do they find Titletown Tech?
Finding Titletown Tech is all about, getting our name out there, showing up, which is part of why we've built these facilities, why we've created a place for startups to come and work with us and have that convening power. And it begins that flywheel effect of you have a lot of committed talent working on hard problems.
I am very confident that a handful of these companies are going to be home runs. I think it's going to transform the Green Bay economy and the community. I think of all the things that we've done for the community, Titletown Tech might have the biggest impact in the long run.
This partnership shows you that great ideas can come from anywhere, and when they're nurtured, they create a model for economic prosperity and economic growth for a region.
In this video, I want to highlight Matt Adamczyk. Matt serves as our Microsoft technologist resident here in Northeast Wisconsin. He is truly the glue that connects Microsoft to Titletown Tech and Titletown Tech startups. He has connected over 200 Microsoft experts with startups within Titletown Tech. Thank you, Matt, for everything you do in this place called Northeast Wisconsin. Now I get to put my Microsoft hat on. And 5 years ago, I had the pleasure of standing on stage at the New North Summit and talking about Microsoft's investments here in Northeast Wisconsin. And it was simple. Let's listen, let's learn, and then let's share our learnings more broadly. I'm amazed at what we learned. We learned one thing. It's not all about Microsoft. It's not all about the Packers. It's all about all of us in this room. And how do we build ecosystems that drive change? This takes government, business, and nonprofit leaders all to come together in new ways. Today, I will showcase 5 years in about 5 minutes about some of the remarkable impact that we've had in the region. Microsoft knows that globally, computer science education is not preparing, or our schools are not preparing the next generation for the digital economy. And we know that we all need to do something in this space. And so I'm excited to say that here in Northeast Wisconsin, we have more schools focused on computer science education for all students than any other part of the state. If we look at Howard Swamico School District, they're a Microsoft Teals school. They created a computer science advisory boards. There are people in this community that are helping give input as they train all teachers, as they create technology centers in all their schools to drive this next generation to be innovative. If we look at Women in Technology Wisconsin and Hortonville area school districts, in their focus on diversity in the classroom, they started the region's first Girls Who Code Club as a way to help girls find their passion and expose them to female technology role models so that they can see themselves leveraging technology in the workforce. When we look at digital skilling of adults, the pandemic hit and the world stopped. And when you think about it, how did you learn? What about if you lost a job? How do you find a new job, especially if you don't know how to use a computer? This community came together in new ways. I partnered with the New North and Generator, and we created what is known as Generator Skills Accelerator. This program now is being funded by the Bay Area Workforce Development and their hidden talent efforts. And I'm so excited to say it's not just here in Northeast Wisconsin, but it is happening across 25 communities across the United States. The New Manufacturing Alliance, she heard it loud and clear from all the manufacturers that we need to upskill our employees. She upskilled over 900 employees in business analytics and data and project management. And she's even partnering with Goodwill Industries on digital literacy skilling for all employees. Our 2- and 4-year colleges, they have always been so critical to our region in the work that they're doing to keep up with this ever-changing technology when it comes to AI, cybersecurity, sustainability. If you haven't reached out to them, please do so. Digital transformation, this is crucial to drive economic opportunity here in Northeast Wisconsin. Starting with our nonprofit ecosystem. Unlike our businesses, our nonprofits don't have solid IT systems and people to support them. And so the United Way Fox Cities, along with Entrusted IT, formed a partnership, and they are acting as the IT departments for nonprofits in our region, helping them with their technology, helping them digitally transform, and then allowing them to focus on their mission and what's really important to their work. And then we look at our startup ecosystem. How can you not notice? I mean, just walk outside. We've got iconic entrepreneurs like the Packers, Kohler, Hinterland, US Venture, Aaron's. And then we have Titletown Tech, this symbolic building that has 32 startups in it. And then all the excitement around entertainment. There was a band here last weekend, food trucks, the market. It's great when we can be recognized here in Green Bay as the #1 city to live in the US by the US News. Packers, we heard it, hosting the NFL draft. It takes all of us. This demonstrates digital transformation and how it has driven economic growth here in the New North region. By bringing together the best and the brightest, this region has more power now than ever before. I'm excited to say, because of the work of everybody in this room, government, business, and nonprofits, we are expanding Microsoft TechSpark nationwide. We are taking the lessons that we learned and sharing them more broadly across the United States. And that's in part of all of you. Thank you. This journey is ongoing. It never ends. And we each have a role in it. We each have a role to play. And together, we can create a lasting difference in the lives of those who call Northeast Wisconsin home. Thank you. A powerful person at Microsoft, Brad Smith, our vice chair and president, was born and raised, or actually born in Racine, raised here in Appleton, and he is so happy to call the New North region home. We've had a lasting impression on Brad's life, and to showcase this, we have featured him in part of our Cool Stuff, Cool People campaign.
When I go back to the New North, I still think of it as going home. It is my hometown, so to speak. And I still see all the things that I appreciated growing up, but frankly, what I also see is a lot that wasn't there when I was a kid in the 1970s. And I love the spirit of innovation, I love the vibrant communities, and I love the Green Bay Packers, because if you grow up in Wisconsin, that's part of what you grow up doing, and it never leaves you, no matter where you go. For us at Microsoft, so many people have had the opportunity to now connect with the people in the New North, and we get to see the progress that hopefully we're helping to advance. You know, some of this is in schools with computer science and our TEALS program. Some of it is literally bringing broadband to communities where I grew up. You know, the cottage in the Northwoods was a part of life, and I know it still is. Part of it is the great community colleges, or a place like the University of Wisconsin Green Bay. And I will admit that in some ways my absolute favorite project is Titletown Tech and Titletown. And even though I only get back once a year to see it, what impresses me so much is genuinely world-leading innovation in Green Bay, across Wisconsin, and innovation that is building a new technology hub. That, to me, is why we got involved, to help bring with the Green Bay Packers and Mark Murphy this new opportunity. And it is taking root, and it is taking flight, and it is going to be, just I think, a hugely important source for the New North's future. Yeah, I had the opportunity to grow up, especially with my high school years, in Appleton. And yeah, it was such a wonderful place to grow up. I grew up at Appleton West with great teachers. Grew up in the Appleton Public Library. I grew up in the YMCA and the Youth in Government program, and I really had the opportunity to, frankly, do things that I wouldn't have dreamed possible when my family first moved to Appleton and I was in the 8th grade. It gave me a launching pad and, frankly, an opportunity to reach for the stars. That is what I got growing up in the New North and in Appleton. And every day I remember that. I never forget that I walk into work here at Microsoft in Redmond, Washington, and I work as the vice chair and president of a pretty darn big global tech company. And I wouldn't be doing this without everything that so many people gave to me. And any day I get to give a little bit back, I know that I'll never give back nearly as much as I got growing up there.
I'm excited to say that we have a well-represented entrepreneur in our community, Craig Dickman, and we're excited about his leadership and his team at Titletown Tech. And we've captured some of his comments on ecosystem building in this video.
Born out of a partnership between the Green Bay Packers and Microsoft, which has now been joined by several corporations across our region, Titletown Tech harnesses the power of Wisconsin in areas that we're exceptional at across 5 verticals. Those areas are sports media entertainment, digital health, advanced manufacturing, or making things because we're among the best making economies in the world. Supply chain technologies, because when you're good at making things, you have to be good at moving things. And what we call AWE, the connection of agriculture, water, and the environment, and taking those strengths and focusing them on early stage startups where we can really make a difference and grow innovation for the next generation. And I always thought this was the best place in the world to build a business. So whether it was paper transport, starting Breakthrough Fuel, or being part of the launch of Titletown Tech, it really shows what we can do. I think there's something really special here about starting a company in Northeast Wisconsin. The founders and the entrepreneurs that we have here really focus on solving meaningful problems and creating solutions that can bring real new value to the marketplace. One of the things we wanted to do with Titletown Tech was really think about how to unlock the unique power that exists within our region to come together and work with early stage founders. Of course, with the Green Bay Packers and Microsoft as anchor partners, that's a really incredible start. And we've been fortunate to be joined by others like the University of Wisconsin System, our investors and limited partners, and advisors from the region who really take time to coach and mentor and give advice to these startup founders. It really comes to the unique power that we have, the power to convene, the power to come together as an ecosystem and really unlock the strengths that exist not only within Titletown Tech, but within the New North region.